Hey everyone, Kaser, and welcome back to Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery. Well, let's start the second half of this limited time Portrait Panic questline. You do have to be year 5 chapter 31 in order for it to trigger. It's not a seasonal quest. Whenever you get to that point, it will trigger. The thing is, when will it return? That's the problem, so it's good to try to get it done when it does pop up. But I've already gotten Sir Cadogan out of the portrait. Now it is time to actually get the other person who popped up in the last chapter, which their name is Percival Pratt, I believe. And in order to get that done, I have to, well, I wrote a poem. Now it's time to recite the poem. I've got my poem about what home means so I can convince Percival Pratt to go back to his portrait. Then, Violet will finally spend time with the fat lady, and then they can both go to the portraits. That way, I'll prevent Jay and me from getting detention on his birthday. Thank you for summing it up well for me. Excuse me, Percival Pratt. My name is KC, and I've heard that you are a wizard poet. Quite right. There's nothing like a poem written by moonlight. Every chance you get to rhyme, you should do so, because to not is a crime. You really do like absurd rhymes? Absurd? I'd rather prefer the term as of yet unheard. What is it that you need? I was just telling Violet about all the poems she should read. Well, you see, I just wrote a poem and I was hoping I could recite it for you. An inspiring poet. I never would have known it. Please, by all means, recite away. We haven't got all day. Alright, here it goes. Oh, to be home and cozy. Wouldn't that be a day most rosy? Why, if it weren't for home, I might as well be a gnome. My home is a place of comfort, and that will always come first. I would say my home is like no other, and that's because my home is with my brother. What do you think, Mr. Pratt? Did it make you think of your home and that nice portrait in a grand staircase? I must take my leave, leaving my portrait was so naive. I miss my moon and that wonderful witch on her broom. It is time for me to write my own poetry. Alright, I did it. Another one? Drat. It looks like the party's starting to break up, Violet. Perhaps it should end now and everyone can go home. End the party now? I refuse. In that case, can you tell me why you won't leave, Violet? There's plenty of reasons, and I'll name a few. Please tell me, so I can finish this and get on with my life. So, you're not leaving until you speak to Gifford Abbott about his dog? That's right, he and his dog hear all sorts of things about Hogwarts. Oh, there he is now. I've got to go. Hello, madame. It sounds like you're not leaving until Violet does, and you get to spend time together. Yes, though it seems my efforts to catch Violet's attention have so far gone unnoticed. Do you think Gifford Abbott is more interesting than me, or is it just a dog that's interesting? You're more interesting. Gifford Abbott is interesting. Abbott's dog is interesting. I don't really have a dog in the fight, so to speak. I think you're more interesting, madame. You guard Gryffindor Tower, after all. I knew you would see reason. I should talk to Gifford Abbott about his dog. I think that'll be how I get him to return to his portrait. Once he goes back, the fat lady will get to spend time with Violet and then return to her post. Then Jay's party will be saved. I can finally put together that little party for him. Aha! So I'm gonna throw a party for him. Gifford Abbott, shouldn't you be returning home to your dog? My dog! He was supposed to follow me here. Have you seen him? He's missing? I'll find him and return him to your portrait, so you can join him there. How wonderful. I accept your help. I'll wait here until you find him. Consider it done then. I'll track your dog down for you, Mr. Abbott. It's a good thing I know someone who has a lot of practice finding dogs. Hagrid. He may be able to help me save Jay's party by returning Gifford Abbott to his portrait. Wait, so is it an actual dog? Or like a dog in a portrait? Let's meet me in the garden. Okie dokie. Oh, I've got Jay with me. He took off earlier.
Oh.
KC and Jay, your note sounded urgent. What is the thing I can do for you? Jay and I need your help finding Gifford Abbott's missing dog. He's run away from his portrait.
Whoa.
A missing dog? That's quite serious, that is. Fang went off all the time, so we thought you'd be an expert. Finding that dog is the only way we'll get Gifford Abbott to return to his portrait. And it is how we'll keep out of detention on Jay's birthday.
Oh.
I see, so you two are behind the missing portrait characters. Take the blame, pass the blame. I'm not taking any blame in any of this, no matter what anybody says. Well, I'm not sure I would say it's my fault. I was only trying to help. Wait a moment, I'm not taking the blame for this. It's definitely not my fault. All I wanted to do was participate in my birthday rituals. Seems like you two have some things to talk about.
Oh.
I have to say, I'm not sure if portrait or dogs act the same as real ones, but...
Ha!
To find a lost dog, you gotta think like one. Fang runs off all the time, so try thinking like him. That's a cliche thing people always say. Oh, I lost my snail. I guess I have to think like a snail. Where would they be, you know? Dumb. Dumb! It seems to me that Fang has one primary interest. Food. Perhaps Gifford Abbott's dog ran off in search of a snack. Who can argue with that? Food is one of my primary interests. Then there's a decent chance we'll find Gifford Abbott's missing dog sniffing around a painting with food. But there must be hundreds of paintings with food at Hogwarts. Try to reassure him. Express your doubts. It is the only lead that we have, so we have to go off something. Don't worry, Jay. We're gonna get through this together. Neither of us are getting detention. You're gonna celebrate your birthday, and I'm gonna make sure of it. I'm not too sure about that. But thank you for trying to cheer me up. Alright, the first place we should start is the grand staircase, where most of the portraits are. If we find the paintings of food, then we'll find Gifford Abbott's lost dog. So let's go find that missing dog and save your birthday, Jay. Good idea. Alright, off to the staircase. Halloween stuff is here! Hooray! Best time of the year. Nobody's gonna convince me otherwise. Does anybody see the missing puppo? Here we are. There's a few paintings with food here, which should lead us to Gifford Abbott's lost dog. It looks like we should be quick about it too. The Gryffindors have been throwing the staircase into chaos. And then... you'll throw a party I didn't ask for. No! That's what I was thinking was gonna happen. That was too obvious, I guess. What? I also never asked for a fake party in a painting. My birthday has turned into this mess that I can't fix, and I've been missing 2 of my virtual rituals. Jay, are you alright? It's not like you getting flustered like this. I know, I'm supposed to be the laid-back bloke, but my birthday is special. It means a lot to me. It is a time I get to be out of detention, and I wanted to spend that time doing something I wanted to do. Well, there's still time for us left to get the portrait subject returned. The day isn't over yet. And look, we already got Sir Cadogan and Percival Pratt back into the paintings. I suppose that's a small victory. And we'll have another small victory when we find Gifford Abbott's lost dog. So let's get searching. I really thought they would throw a party and he wouldn't know, but again, way too obvious. We found the dog, by the way. Swore I just saw a dog in there. Yeah, that's what I just said. Is that the same dog? It was sniffing cheese. There it is. Jay, look! There's a dog in this painting. Alright, there we go. I think we found Gifford Abbott's dog. Now, if we could just lure him away from the painting. It seems like he was attracted to the plate of food. Honestly, can't blame him. Come on, let's get this dog back to Gifford Abbott's portrait. What the? Might want to use these to lure the dog. But it's in the painting. How does it come out of the painting? Where did you get those from? You never know when he might need treats. I always carry some in case I run into Fang or another dog. Seriously? Worth a try, isn't it? Yes. Hey, Mr. Abbott's dog, I've got some treats. Perhaps you can have one if you go back to your portrait. Alright, there we go. Here we go. There! Gifford Abbott's dog is back in the right portrait. Sure is. Listen, Jay, about earlier, if you're upset with me, then we should talk about it. I don't want to talk about it, KC. Push the subject, agree to drop it. Alright, I'll drop it. Thank you, Casey. I appreciate you not pushing the subject. Let's go tell Gifford Abbott that his dog has returned to the portrait. We still need to return the fat lady to her post. The Gryffindors can't get into Gryffindor's tower without her. Hopefully once Mr. Abbott goes back to his painting, the other portrait subjects will follow. First things first though, we've got to tell Gifford Abbott his dog is waiting for him. Who doesn't like a nice cheese platter? Hey! I finally got it! Don't think I'm going to be able to get the rest though. I just finished 1 of 3. Oh well. The prizes aren't worth it anyway, so yeah. If I can get something, great. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter to me. Barnaby, what are you doing? The pumpkin is smashed. Casey, guess what I did today? It involves pumpkins. It's like American Pie, but with Barnaby and pumpkins. Gifford Abbott, I've got some good news for you. What news do you bring? Is it about my missing dog? It is. Jay and I found it in a painting of food. Your dog was after some cheese, something I can relate to wholeheartedly. I should have known. Today's the day we usually indulge in cheese-based foods. If I simply listened to my pup, he probably wouldn't have run away. I'm not too sure about that. The lure of cheese can be strong. Well, I'll be off. Thank you both for finding my beloved pup. Of course, Mr. Abbott, try not to lose your dog again. How dreadful. There's no one interesting left to gossip with. Well, if the party's breaking up, I'm going back to my portrait. No use staying here. But the fat lady... And she's gone. Well, at least if she's gone, that means the fat lady will go back to her post at the Gryffindor Tower. Go back to my post? Absolutely not. You have to go back, though. We're locked out of the common room, since you're not there to take the password. And we'll get detention if you don't go back. There's not much time left before the end of the day. I'm not moving from the spot, and I'll tell you exactly why. I still don't quite understand why she won't move. If this is the person who has to deal with the Gryffindor common room, you think she would never move and leave that spot. And now she won't leave for like the silliest reason. The whole quest line is a little wonky to me. Anyway, we'll see what she has to say. I'm not going anywhere now that the party is mine, though it would be better with Violet here. Violet and I didn't get to spend any time together, and I would appreciate an apology for her behavior. If you don't go back to the portrait, then Jay and I are going to end up in detention. We've been trying all day to salvage my birthday. I'm not ending it in detention. Sorry, but I'm not leaving. I like it here, quite a bit. I thought getting all the other portrait subjects to leave would prompt Violet and the fat lady to leave. But it does sound like Violet is important to the fat lady. Perhaps Violet can convince her to leave. Professor McGonagall is going to be furious if we don't get the portrait subjects back by the end of the day. I'm not going with you. But we've almost gotten all the portrait subjects to go back to their rightful places. We just need to get Violet to come back to the party and convince the fat lady to leave. And what is to stop the other portrait subjects from coming back if they know Violet came back? No, I'm done. I'm starting to think this can't be salvaged. My birthday is my favorite day of the year, and I spent the entirety of it helping you with this. And because of that, I miss all of my birthday rituals, which you know are important to me. And I've been trying to fix this. I didn't mean for you to miss all your birthday rituals. What you intended and what you actually did are two different things, Casey. You didn't even bother to ask if I wanted your help in the first place, and now my birthday is ruined. Well, shucks, that's not good. Hi, Casey. Penny, how are you always so positive? Well, I just try to find the silver lining in everything. If I didn't, I'd be sad all the time. And what's the silver lining in this situation? Jay is mad at me. The silver lining is that you can still set things right. You shall follow through on your plan to return all the portrait subjects to their painting. If anyone can do it, it's you. Yeah, you're right. I'll get Violet to apologize to the fat lady. I can still save the day for Professor McGonagall and even Jay. I think that's actually true. If we can still follow through on the plan, at least Jay won't get detention, and that'll make him feel better. But anyway, we've got the fourth and final part coming up. You've almost got all the portrait subjects back home. It comes down to getting Violet to apologize to the fat lady, and perhaps you have an apology of your own to make. Yes, to Jay. Even though I still think we're doing the right thing. Violet is back to her portrait, you should go talk to her quickly. Yes, I will do that in the next video. So stay tuned for the fourth and final part coming out very, very shortly. I don't even know what we're going to get out of this in the end, because normally every time you finish a limited time quest like this, you get something. Usually it's in your dorm room, or I guess in one of the, what do you call them? Clubhouses, I guess is the way of putting it. We'll see how this ends up, and we'll see if Jay gets that party, and more, moving forward in Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery. So thank you everybody so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye everybody.